That's why whenever you look at which Fed is it? I think it's the Atlanta Fed that has the little recession gauge or something. And the recession gauge, or the probability of a recession, according to the Atlanta Fed, or it might be the New York Fed, it has never gotten above 30%, ever. But the thing is once it gets to 30%, it's like the inverted yield curve. It's like guaranteed. 30% might as well be 100%, right? So my point is, why can't the Fed officials come out and just tell it like it is? Or why is it that before they're hired, they're a little more, let's call them honest, and then after they're done, like Greenspan, then they come out and say, yeah, we really don't have that much control, and oh, by the way, you should buy gold. Something, it's because when they're in charge and everyone's hanging on their every word, like Leisman and CNBC, and then of course the average Joe is listening to Leisman and Kramer and all these people. They can't come out and say, listen, guys, we're screwed. We are done. Everything as an American is going to come collapsing in on itself because of all the mistakes we've made in the past. We're at Judgment Day right now, and all the sins and overconsumption that we've had since 1981 and since Volcker, we're going to have to pay the price now. Get prepared. Right? They can't do that, because then you have to look at confidence, asset bubbles, and debt from the standpoint of a Keynesian, Chris. Right. And from a demand standpoint, there's nothing that could be worse than people spending less money. Well, if the Fed comes out and tells it like it is, they're going to spend less money, and they see it as a self-fulfilling prophecy. So that's why they have to come out, and they can't just tell it like it is. They got to sugarcoat it, and they say, yeah, we need 0% interest rates, but our economy is incredibly robust. I mean, we've got the best economy ever. It's just those Chinese and, the emerging markets. And just because these guys can't handle their business, we need to drop interest rates down to 0%. And and I know, and probably every single person listening to your podcast know that's utter BS. But then the question becomes, why do they say it? And it goes back to the confidence game.
Say bullshit, George. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
It's utter what?
Well, it is. It is.
It is what?
Well, it's total bullshit. It's nonsensical bullshit. What?
Fucking George Gammon, ladies and gentlemen, check it in. All right.